Alright, ketogenic diets. In other words, high fat, low carb diets. And with low carb, we're talking under 50 grams a day. So over the recent years, they've obviously become very popular in the fitness industry to improve body composition and reduce body fat. Basically, the more you increase your fat intake, the better your body gets at utilizing those fats and uses less glycogen and carbohydrate as a consequence. Your body also produces more ketones, which are predominantly used by the brain when you're in a ketogenic state for energy, so it spares glucose for essential tasks. For example, during red blood cell metabolism, because red blood cells can only use glucose. So why this has really become popular is because everyone sees carbs as the bad guy. So why people think this is because carbs increase insulin. What insulin does is it shuttles the glucose to body tissues like muscle and fat. So basically, because it is a storage hormone, people think that it increases fat gain. But what everyone forgets here is that overall calorie balance matters the most. I'm not going to say that again. Now, I bet you've spoken to countless people that swear by ketogenic diets, and I'm willing to bet this is the reason. Number one, they're restricting their carbohydrate intake. Number two, they're overall just eating less. And number three, magic, they lost weight. The reality is all they've done is restricted their calories without realizing it. Also, one of the things that a lot of studies haven't accounted for is protein intake. What we know is that protein is a very satiating macronutrient. So if someone on the ketogenic diet is eating relatively more protein than the person on the normal diet, they're probably just going to feel more satiated and not want to eat as much. And so again, they're literally just eating less. One very well-controlled 2006 study showed that a ketogenic diet versus a equal calorie, equal protein, normal diet resulted in exactly the same amount of weight loss and body fat. Aside from the body composition differences, let's look at performance. So ketogenic diets clearly show a shift towards fat metabolism after as little as 5 to 10 days. However, this has not been shown to have any effect on cycling performance. High intensity performance is actually worse. People involved in those studies often had higher heart rates, higher perceptions of pain, higher ratings of perceived exertion. The only athletes who could potentially benefit from periods of high fat intake are endurance athletes who would benefit from being able to utilize fat better, but periodizing it with high carbohydrate days. So in other words, a periodized carbohydrate diet. However, in regards to the average person and the average gym goer, especially in regards to body composition, there is no magic behind ketogenic diets. Calories are what matters most. If for whatever reason you find that you like ketogenic diets or they suit you and you can stick to it, great, fine, do whatever you want. But be mindful that obviously you want to try and find something that you can stick to. On the whole, people who then go and reintroduce carbohydrates later down the line pile all that weight back on again. So just be mindful.